Good morning, YouTube. Give me a second here. Hold on, let me reset this real quick. Maybe I won't have to. Um, See if I can get this out to you guys. Yesterday, I think I want to title this The Rules of Piano Practice. Yesterday, I sat down early in the morning and I'm gonna go through some keys with you guys. I made it through my key of C in 12 minutes. I'm gonna do my key of F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rules of piano practice. Rules of piano practice is one main rule is when you sit down to practice, it's 5. When you guys sit down and do your piano practice, I want you guys to sit down with intention. Sit down with intention. I also want you to, what's going on with this phone? Sit down with a timer. I want you to time your practice. An example, when I sat down yesterday, I sat down with the intention of practicing. And I know you guys are going to say, Blair, everybody sits down with that intention. But my main intention of that practice was to get through my key of C and also my key of F in a certain amount of time. And I achieved that. The day before, I did the same exact thing. And I did the same exact thing a little bit longer than anticipated. And what I found out was that my practice going through those two keys was actually shorter the next day than the day before. And I did the same drills and the same routine. Keep this in mind. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes practice. Practice shows you where you need to improve on. That's exactly what practice does. And practice is also a crucial or a critical part of your piano playing. Now keep this in mind, I use two different P's. I use the word practice and playing. Two different P's. Those are two different things. So after I went through my scales of those two keys, I went through 3 songs. That was major, minor. Some keys you're gonna go through a little bit quicker. C, F, A, because of the fingering position. So I sat down with a goal in mind of that practice. And my goal was to time my practices, get through my first two keys like I'm doing right now. I already did the key of F. But you guys, I'm sorry, I already did the key of C, but I wasn't recording for that one. Had the click on and everything, or the metronome. You guys can see, I really like the key of F. Okay, then we're gonna do this is, you see how I'm being conscious of this? I said, hey, I know because of the finger spacing in this, I kind of missed the F diminished triad. So I'm being very conscientious of how I am striking. There was a miss one of my keys. But you wanna sit down and you wanna be intentional about your practice. Write down your goals that you want to do for practice. So after I finished those two keys, I did my, F triad, F minor, F diminished, and then I did the F, augmented. And I usually went through, when I do these things, I usually also do the inversions of every key. So practice is kind of intense. And after I finished that practice, I went through, what did I do? I did my I Love You, Lord. So I went through that one. And keep this in mind, even though I did that 5 times, I'm like, okay, I botched it, but I still. Give me that G7. I went through that one. Went through a repertoire of doing that. I pulled out my minuet in G major. fix it. See? So, so I went through my minuet in G major, and I did that 5 times. What else all did I go through? I went through my rainbow connection. I don't know why I got stuck here. Wait. There you go. Went through the rainbow connection. Did that, and then I got a little tired. As you guys can see, I got a little bit tired. And after that, I began the newer piece, which was the went through and then I included that. I went through that one, and I'm starting on a new piece called the Adioso from Cantata number 156. Then I need to get the melody, the rhythm pattern down in my head. It's in 4/4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just working on the rhythm pattern. Okay, got it. the and we're gonna get it. It's coming to me now. So one. So we hit the B. I think it's gonna be a beautiful song. Anyway, so that was a new one that I'm laying my eyes on by John Sebastian Bach. John Sebastian Bach. But that was my routine for yesterday, and everything got quicker. Everything got better. I really didn't work on any of my. I didn't really work on any of my material that I normally do. I think I also worked on a little bit of. I worked on some of that, and I also did Georgia. Yes, I did. I worked on some of that, but I had a real good practice session yesterday. So be intentional when you sit down to practice. Be intentional. It's like my intention was to get through. I didn't do it all today. It is, lo and behold, it is Monday, the day we began our regular work week. But when you're sitting down, be intentional with your practice. Sit down with a timer. And I want you guys to have your repertoire of music going on. Your repertoire of music, as you see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got literally 6 songs that I'm barreling through, and I'm doing it with some progress, some very good progress. And this is what it takes. When I listen to a TED talk. Just type in a genius TED talk, and he put out some very interesting points. And he said Mozart probably was not a genius. Mozart probably had nothing but a piano in his room, and we don't have all these distractions of computers and TVs and shows and all these competing factors to compete with our intellect. Wow, that was maybe I should retitle this Factors That Compete with Our Intellect. Damn. Sorry about that. I just dropped a swear word. But yeah, let's call that sometimes when I talk these things out, there it is. Competing factors that compete with our intellect. Let's see if I can pick it up. Uh, let's see. Let's see. Let's call that factors that compete with our intellect. That was a nugget that you should take from there. Factors that compete with our intellect. Um, yeah, yeah. When you sit down, and sometimes I'm not gonna say practice bores me. It really doesn't. But practice is practice. It's not the fun part of just playing the song. It's not the fun part of playing it. Yes, it's not the fun part of playing, but it is the most critical part of playing. Factors that compete with our intellect. So anyway, takeaway from this is when you sit down to practice, sit down with intention. Sit down with intention, time yourself. Time yourself, and you should be going through all of your repertoire of music. You got to keep that fresh, because sometimes some songs you forget. Sometimes you forget them. Some songs you don't forget. Uh, I could play this song. I could play this song a dozen times. And then walk away and forget it. But anyway, um, factors that compete with your intellect. Yeah, let's title this that, and I'm going to upload this. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I want to know what you guys are learning in your repetition. What music are you learning? How many pieces are you guys learning at the same time? I'm very interested to find that out. You know, I thought I did it. I thought to magnify your name. I did it. It just feels fun to do it with that C minor 7 inverted. But yeah, let me upload this and peace.